It's Virgil Hammonds, Aurora Institute CEO. It's my pleasure to have you join me in conversation with a great friend, a partner, Aaron Schorn of Unrulr, a piece that I'll just share a bit about Aaron. We all have those partners where it's very clear we are aligned in purpose. We
Mm.
are aligned in respect to what we think about possibilities in service of young people in terms of pedagogy and assessment structures and community engagement opportunities. But then also you connect with people that are just tremendous, incredible humans as well. And Aaron is one of those people. And I'm grateful and thankful and eager to highlight him and his work.
Thanks
Well,
for having me.
yeah, welcome. Glad you're here. Aaron, tell us about Unrulr, what you're doing, what is the problem or opportunity you're trying to address?
Unrulr is an evidence of learning and growth tool. It's rooted in the learner being the storyteller of their education, of their own learning. And we want to shift students from passive to active, from consumer to creator. We want them to own their learning and understand their process at the same time. Pardon the buzzwords, Unrulr is a multimedia-driven portfolio tool. It's a student portfolio tool that captures not only the products of learning, but the learning process itself and creates this really cool paper trail of competency building. What makes the tool unique, and I think what you and I connected on, so much over the past couple months, is that anytime a learner posts an Unrulr, they're tagging that post with a competency that their school or learning community is trying to kind of show evidence of. And that can be a skill, a value, a portrait of a graduate. And so you're able to kind of filter and stack over time as well. The problem that we're trying to solve for is an evidence problem in the age of AI, is a way for learners to show via multimedia and other modalities who they are, what they're learning, and to have that be a much more real and textured, piece of evidence than a standardized test or an essay that AI is probably writing.
Thanks for that great descriptor because I think the piece that resonates for me, and you and I've had conversations about pedagogy, assessment, credentialing,
Yeah,
validation of learning for some time. And so it's really great how Unrulr helps learning communities to really understand how that is possible. And can you give some examples? You've introduced me to tremendous learning communities on how Unrulr, how you and team have really helped personalized and competency-based ed grow from vision to reality.
totally. I mean, I talk a lot about Canyon City High School. They're 2 hours outside of Denver in Colorado. They came to Unrulr trying to have a portfolio that was longitudinal of all of the work that first their seniors were doing in a capstone program, but now what the whole high school is doing in their kind of journey to career and technical education, work-based learning, and competency-based learning. And they're an incredible institution because they understand change management, because they've empowered people like Madison Tortesi, just remarkable CTE director, and Bill Summers, their principal, and teachers, to kind of lean into this style of documentation, reflection, and assessment. And so their students are walking out of this experience with portfolios that showcase all of the work they've done, that are curated. And at the same time, they're building in this culture of reflection and documentation. And I think we all know, like, that builds confidence, a sense of belonging. It allows learners to see the immense growth they've achieved, or maybe not the immense growth they've achieved over a certain period of time. It creates this really cool metacognition. It's really needed again when AI allows students to kind of create a product much, much easier.
Love it. Inspired by that. And it's really incredible to see how Unrulr has helped continue that inspiration and that empowerment of young people and educators and communities who support. What's the goal for 2025? What's on your radar?
It's a great question. When you get lucky, and anyone in education technology knows this, to find a school like Canyon City or Hillbrook or Met West or some of the big picture learning schools we work with as well, you build for them. You ask them how to make your tool better and what new features you need. Canyon City and others want the ability for portfolios to look like websites, to not just be encapsulations of a year, but to allow a student to create this kind of tailored website-like portfolio that they can use for college, internships, jobs, the teachers can use if they're using Unrulr as a learner, for accreditation, for all kinds of work. So that portfolio feature, which we launch in mid-May, we're really, really excited about as well. We want to get even better at understanding change management at schools. And Virgil, I'm sure you've experienced this as a superintendent in your work in previous organizations. Like, it doesn't matter what initiative you have, right? AI, deeper learning, transformative learning, competency-based learning, project-based learning, there has to be really good change management within an institution. So we're trying to be a tool that aids in that, as we're an evidence of learning tool, an evidence of impact tool. And we want to get better at how we onboard. And I think we're good, but like I think that if we understand change management and support it, we're going to get better at that too. We want to be an OS system. We want to be an operation system for new ways of learning, kind of proof of learning. And so expanding and reaching more institutions, is a big, big kind of goal of ours as well. And we want to make teachers' lives easier. And we want to make the implementation of Unrulr feel joyful and not like, I don't know if you ever watched Abbott Elementary. There's this great ed tech episode where it's like clearly not a joyful experience using a new ed tech tool. Like we want to have learners and teachers feel like this is solving real problems and taking kind of other work off their plate.
Aaron, much like the rainbow on your hat, you have this really tremendous way of shining a light on incredible practice and inspiring
Oh,
teachers.
thank you, man.
Thank you for being you. Please, folks, will post some information about Aaron and Unrulr. Please join Aaron and us at the Aurora Symposium as we continue to highlight those best practices and the impactful implementation of these best ed tech tools. Really appreciate you, Aaron. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Honored to be here.